few words in English because some people that are sitting here don't speak Russian. And they've been very, very patient, not understanding a word that anybody said. I'm going to continue a little bit about this problem that we have as a community with drugs. And it brings me back to my first day going to high school in America. My mother was told to bring me to Newtown High School. So we take the bus, we get off the bus, we get to the school, we find the school, we walk in to school, we walk maybe 10 steps, my mother looks around, and we're just in the hallway. 10 steps, she says, turn around, you're never gonna come here. And we left. There was a woman, her name was Rebitson Greenberg. She advised my mother to send me to the yeshiva. The name of the yeshiva is Ezra Academy of Queens. Some people say it's a good school, it helped them. Some people say it's a terrible school. I was the first graduating school. It was a terrific school. It gave children love. It wasn't like it is today, get a tutor for every problem you have, get a psychologist. They truly gave us love. They cared about every one of us. I know there are a lot of people here that had their children graduate from Ezra. I know Soma Sakandov right there, his son and daughter graduated. Ilusha Nazarov's children graduated. My uncle Gavrosh's children graduated. And many more graduated. I just went to a school reunion. By the way, my daughter graduated. That's the second generation. Every time I go to that school reunion, I never cease to be amazed how these kids turn out. They become religious. They have loving families. They move to Israel. They become rabbis, doctors, lawyers, and all around great people. You know a lot of them. Mayor ABAYEV, real estate developer. You know a lot of these kids that when they went to Ezra, they were troublemakers. My son was a troublemaker. But what they gave us was love. My mother, every person she saw, when they had problems, or they didn't yet have problems, always said, send your kids to yeshiva. It's not a guaranteed course of action if they go to yeshiva, but it's a starting place. If you send your kids to yeshiva and you don't do the right thing at home, all you're doing is confusing your kids. That means if you pay the teachers, expecting them to do your job, it's not going to be done. What I remember and what I miss a lot, and I still can't understand how my mother did it, with all the public works that she always did, every day she was busy. Yet every time we came home, dinner was on the table, ready. It was time for us to sit together as a family. Most people do not have that today. Every kid is on his phone, iPad, iPod, internet, whatever it is. Today you go to your shul, everybody's on a cell phone. You go to a wedding, everybody's on a cell phone. You're talking to somebody, he's on a cell phone. There is no communication. My mother was a master communicator. We weren't easy kids. We were very good kids, but we weren't easy. The times were not easy. People today say that there were no Bukharians doing drugs. Everybody was doing drugs. We grew up surrounded by drugs. Those were the worst of times. We're just now starting to come back to the same times. And what is happening now, we're the stars of those times. My mother somehow always knew what we were up to. If she told us not to go swimming, and we tried to go swimming in dangerous places, she would always know. She would always test. She would always check if we weren't smoking or doing anything. She was always aware. I look around, my wife is involved with a lot of people, with community. Everybody has problems. I do not know a family that wasn't touched with some kind of problem. The biggest thing that my mother did, she was constantly involved with us. I still don't know how she did it while she was involved with everybody's life. All the immigration basically went through her hands. And she still knew exactly what each one of us did. And that is today what is missing from parents with their children. I want to thank you all very much for coming. My brother already said how difficult it is. I, for myself, want to thank you all, because calling each and every one of you, I know how difficult it was to leave your homes, your children, your grandchildren, whatever it is. I thank you. May we all return it to you in good days.